Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And once again, before I get on the Wall Street Bets Group, before I give you the stock review on Clover Health, I just wanted you guys to take a quick look at when you type in Robinhood, the platform I use to show you guys things. Take a look at this. Now, Robinhood is letting you know, okay, commission-free stock trading and investment app. You guys already know that, right? Dogecoin, Bitcoin, AMC, Tesla, and GameStop. Why is that significant that they put that on there? They put the most volatile stocks on the front page. And first and foremost, they put AMC and GameStop, the two stocks that they took off their platform and then threw it back on when they started getting in trouble by the SEC and FTC. Robinhood. I digress. Let's get into this freaking stock review. All right, so we back in, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, let's just do a quick rundown on Clover Health. But there's some important news that you guys need to understand. I know a lot of people have been messaging me about Clover Health Investments, but again, it's one of those stocks that you have to watch very, very carefully because once again, that Wall Street Bets Groups is back at it again. But nonetheless, let's take a quick look at it. So for the last year, within 1 year, it's been up $136, which is roughly $14 that it has profited or has risen to. The past 3 months, it has been up to 200%, almost $16 the past month. 187% the past week, 205%. And then the last day, it has been up a whopping 86%. This is ridiculous. When I really think about it, it's ridiculous because once again, you have that Wall Street Bets Group. And again, this is not all bad if you can watch the stock market the entire day because essentially you would have bought low and sold high. So I'm going to go back again and I'm going to look at today's volatility so you understand what I'm talking about. So again, if you would have bought pre-market, you see pre-market, it was down to $16.24. And then it peaked at $23. Now, for those of you who bought hundreds and thousands of shares, yes, you made good profit. But some of you bought in right around here at $21 and started to lose significantly. Now, if you bought around at this peak around $9.50 at $21.69, it dropped down for those who bought in at $17 roughly. You went back up to a $21. Now, some of you broke even. Some of you made some really good money. But if you bought at the peak, anywhere above $22, you are still behind the power curve. You are still at a loss of profit because you bought too high. Because, again, a lot of times what I'm noticing that people are buying stocks because they're popular. People are buying stocks because there's a lot of noise behind it. And that's why I tell you on this channel, when it gets to the point where Wall Street bets or there's just so many players in the game, it's not even worth it unless you can watch the stock the entire day. And especially if you bought low. It's kind of like Dogecoin. I made $1,500 in 2 or 3 minutes. I bought some, I hold on to it, it spiked, I sold it, and then it just dropped. Because essentially within a 5-minute time frame, most people sold the freaking stock. But again, can Clover Health over time be good for your portfolio? Some of you are unfamiliar with Clover Health, so let's get into it, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and read about Clover Health Investment. It provides healthcare insurance services. It uses its proprietary technology platform to collect, structure, and analyze health and behavior data to improve medical outcomes and lower costs for patients. Okay, the company was founded back in 2014 in Franklin, Tennessee. It only has 4 employees. 4 employees, okay? Is this an investment, Clover Health? If you can notice, the past fiscal year of 20, this is the current earnings, and then it just totally exploded in we're still in fiscal year 21 of the first quarter, okay? Supposedly, here are some other recommended stocks because of Clover Health, but we're going to move absolutely forward, okay? I wanted you guys to see this. This is the information that came out yesterday How high can Clover stock go amid red shorted squeeze? Again, the group Wall Street Bets are shorting the stock once again. Also, the other pertinent news, this is over at CNBC. Clover Health shares double on a session at one point as Reddit retail trading mania spreads. And then at the Wall Street Journal, what to watch when the stock market opens, okay? So a lot of you are getting on the bandwagon pretty old here. The stock has already exploded. That doesn't mean that the stock will not explode again. It's a huge possibility. Now, Clover Health essentially could be a rare example where Wall Street Bets and Wall Street had similar views. This is rare. Wall Street Bets, the group that was essentially controlling Wall Street with AMC, GameStop, Nokia, BlackBerry, I believe there's another stock in there somewhere. But now they may have similar views on Clover Health, that it's worth more than what all the analysts and analytics shows us. This is rare. While most of the stocks pumped by the Reddit groups were trading above their target price, Clover Health was the exception. It wasn't trading at the same percentage and rate that the previous stocks was. I mean, after the rally, essentially today that occurred, well, yesterday occurred, June 8th, the stock now trades above 11% above its consensus target price. It had a target price of what? I believe that the target price, the last time I checked, let me give it 1 second very quickly here. I believe that we all can see it. Let's see here. I believe the target price, I had it up for you guys, but right here, the average price is $9.33. Okay, now it's up to $23.80. It's already at its peak, essentially, according to a lot of analysts and the predicted forecasted amount for that particular stock. So again, that's what I'm telling you guys. You have to be very cognizant of investing of popular stocks. I tell you, the real money is in unpopular stocks. Those stocks are steadily growing and increasing in profit, okay? They're using a lot of revenue, but they're increasing in profit, and a lot of they go unnoticed. When you start hearing the stock essentially boom very quickly, you need to look into financials. You need to read the news, the headlines to see why is that stock performing so high today? Why is that stock doing so well all of a sudden, okay? More stocks than not, when you hear about stocks that are unpopular, you will see a steady growth in the projected forecasted amount over the range of time. Let me give you an example. Let me just use Clover Health. I'm going to use Clover Health. Bear with me here. When I look at Clover Health, okay, and I look in the past year, look at that. See, you can see the volatility here through 2020 through 21, then it dropped, and then it goes straight up. That's not natural. That's not natural unless Clover Health came up with the cure for AIDS or cancer or the cure for hunger. I mean, that just doesn't happen without some manipulation or backdoor deals. And that's why I just like, you can make some really good money, but you have to be like this on the stock. You got to be like, okay, I got to watch this stock every second. Because in a matter of seconds or minutes, you can lose everything. And it doesn't mean that it won't come back. It just means that most investors, especially if you're a beginning investor, you want to see steady growth. You might see some dips, it's not doing so well today, but you see it bounce back within a week or so. This is just ridiculous, okay? Look at this again. Look at this. This is ridiculous. You got here, it drops. Goes up a little bit. You see the same kind of pattern once it get up in this segment, and then it goes straight up. Man, I can't invest like that, guys. I can't. Let me move on. So I'm over here at Market Watch. You see in the past 5 days, Clover Health has been up to 186, 187% the past month, 172% the past 3 months, 170. Year to date, only 32%. The analyst on Market Watch here says hold it. I will hold it too. If you have it, just hold it because you're probably down. You're probably down because some of you heard about it when it exploded and you went in. You said, oh, it's only $20. Let me buy a couple of shares. And now you're down. what the Wall Street Bets Group, in my opinion, whatever they're doing, they're short squeezing the stock, they're pumping and dumping, they're using all these investment strategies. It's good and bad for investors. Okay, it's good for investors who can be on their phone, who can be on their computer. They have access to their portfolios and they can sell or buy at any given time. Some of you guys have jobs where you can't have your cell phone, or you can't be looking at your cell phone all day, and you want to invest in some of these high volatile risky stocks where a lot of the money is. It's gambling essentially for you because you can't watch it. You can't watch the trends. You can't watch the pendulum. Okay, you can't watch it go up and down, so you may be losing out. But again, the analysts here are talking about hold it. Okay, they saying hold it. Don't buy, don't sell. I mean, if you know what you're doing, then take that with a grain of salt. Now, here are some of the stories. Clover Health stock is soaring. It's the latest Reddit short squeeze target. We talked about that. Newest meme stock, darling Clover Health is popping. Is the SEC watching? Okay, that's very important. What else? See, I'm going to tell you right now, the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, they're tired of the Reddit group. Nobody likes to... Okay, so the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, is a regulatory federal organization that essentially making sure that everybody's playing by the rules. But in any sort of market, any platform, any entity in America, there is always a gray area. And the Wall Street Bets Group is that gray area. What they did, they're finessing the stock market. You know what they said? You know what, guys? Okay, your guy, how much is he worth? $800,000. I got $2 million. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put up the middle finger to Wall Street because we're tired of these guys controlling the stock market. If we get enough of us, if we can get about 10 or 12 of us, and we can go into a stock and buy thousands of shares, then we can control the stock market by controlling one stock at a time or multiple stocks at a time. And they've done it. They've done it with Nokia. They've done it with AMC. They've done it with GameStop. They did it with BlackBerry. Did they play around with Sony for a while? But they played around with some other stocks. Now they're doing it to Clover Health. Can you make money is the question that you have. You can, but you have to be very watchful of this particular stock. Again, tough. Anyway, all right. So at one point in time, December 28th, 2020, this stock was worth roughly about $17. Let me blow that up. It looks very small. Around $17 per share. Okay. And then here we are, less than a year later. This stock is a damn $23.80. That's where we are right now. $23.80. Okay. Now over here, Yahoo, they saying that the performance outlook from 2 weeks all the way to 9 months, 2 weeks to 9 months, that they believe the stock is going to go up. Okay. Now, what I like to start looking at are two more things on here. They're saying that this particular stock is overvalued. You see right here is in the red. Okay, it's in the red. Then what I like to do is slide over and look at what? The financials, the annual financials of revenue, money spent, the earnings, money earned. Okay, so when I'm looking at 2019, they were down $363 million, and their revenue, their earnings were down, their revenue was up, so they spent more than they made. Then again, their revenue was at $690 million, and their earnings was at a negative $136 million in 2020. Now, of course, a lot of these companies, they got help from the federal government because of the pandemic. I totally understand. I'm just curious of where this stock is going to be when we see the roll up, okay? I mean, who knows at the end of the year what's going to happen. Now, according to Zacks, they have, Zacks is not even playing around. Zacks like, you know what, man, you need to sell this stock immediately. If you made a quick profit, go ahead and sell it, because Zacks is pretty much where I'm at. You know, let's not mess around with these stocks that these Mensa, these millionaire, billionaire investors are playing around with just to give Wall Street the middle finger, okay? They're saying sell, but you know what's funny? They're saying sell, but they're not saying strong sell, okay? They're saying sell, but they're not saying strong sell. And their style scores are D value, D growth, D momentum with an F. Now, I've been to school a couple of times. And anytime you get a D in every category, you know what your overall grade is? It's a D. I don't know how they got an overall grade of an F. Let me put it in perspective for you. If you got a B in math, a B in science, and a B in reading, or a B in algebra, a B in calculus, or a B in logic matters, a B in psychology, and your overall grade was a C, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's my take on this stock today. Okay, I knew it blew up yesterday. I didn't really want to cover it because, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't give stock reviews. But I was kind of just itching to do it. But I came out with some other content, guys. But listen, be careful if you want to invest in these stocks that the Wall Street Bets Groups is playing around with. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful hump day. I'm out.